Good evening, everyone. I am blessed and highly favored to see another day. All glory and praise be to my Father God who is ahead of my life, especially my marriage. Now, with that being said, what I am going to be speaking about on today is Job's character. And I am going to be reading out of the book of Job, chapter 1, verses 6 through 12. Now, let's read God's extraordinary word, starting at verse 6. On one day, the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered the Lord, "From roaring throughout the earth, going back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil. Does Job fear God for nothing?" Satan replied, "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. But now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." The Lord said to Satan, "Very well then, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger." Period. But now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. The Lord said to Satan, "Very well then, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger." Then Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. You see, Satan himself have to bow down. Satan is powerless. All right, let's jump down in the study section in my life application. Study Bible and read some of that. Starting at verse 6 and 7. Satan, originally an angel of God, had become corrupt through his own pride. He has been evil since his rebellion against God. And y'all can check out 1 John chapter 3 verse 8. Satan considers God his enemy. He tries to hinder God's work in people, but he is limited by God's power and can do only what he is permitted. As our enemy, Satan actively looks for people to attack with temptations, and he wants to make people hate God. He does this through lies and deception. Job, a blameless and upright man who had been greatly blessed, was a perfect target for Satan. Any person who is committed to God should expect Satan attacks. Satan, who hates God, also hates God's people. He wants to prevent us from following God at all costs. The Bible also speaks elsewhere of the heavenly council, where God and the angels plan their activities on earth, and where angels are required to give an account of themselves. And y'all can check out 1 Kings chapter 22, verses 19 through 23. Because God created all the angels, both those who serve him and those who rebel, he has complete power and authority over them. From this conversation, we learn a great deal about Satan. He is accountable to God. All angelic beings, good and evil, are compelled to present themselves before God. Compelled to present themselves before God. God knew that Satan was intent on attacking Job. Satan can be at only one place at one time. His demons and him in his work, but as created beings, he is limited. Satan cannot see into our minds. Or foretell the future. If he could, he would have known that Job would not break under pressure, because Satan can do nothing without God's permission. God's people can overcome his attacks through God's power. God puts limitations on what Satan can do. Satan responds to the Lord's questions. Tells us that Satan is real and active on earth. Knowing this about Satan should cause us to remain close to the one who is greater than Satan, God himself. Satan, originally an angel of God, had became rebellion. So, yeah, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got to stay close to God. And Satan cannot do anything that you don't let him do. Even he have to bow down and ask permission from God to do what he do. So this brings this video to a close. I'll catch y'all on the next one. God 365 nonstop. Just Peace Music ENT. Alright, y'all.